Oh, I know this DM. I was DMing her. That was me. Wipe your tears, honey.
Even castmates called her a liar to her face, and that movement proved just how far she'll go to protect Mendeecees, and my folks instantly believed that she might have pulled up on Tamar.
I'm so confused. This is not the story that I heard from my niece. I know that Yandy was not the one that was DMing her. Yandy's husband was. She's clearly lying to my face, and I'm not calling her out about it because I don't feel that.
Tamar Braxton recently opened up about a terrifying near-death experience, revealing shocking details that have since spiraled into one of the messiest scandals of the year. On August 19th, the singer took to Instagram to share that she had suffered a horrific accident, found bruised, bloody, and barely conscious after what seemed to be a regular night out. But when people began connecting the dots, the situation took a much darker turn. According to multiple reports, Tamar was seen at Atlanta's B12 Lounge, where the music was blasting, bottles were popping, and the crowd was thick. In the middle of all that chaos, Tamar was spotted getting way too comfortable with Love and hip-hop DC's Mendeecees Harris, who just happens to be Yandy Smith's husband, or possibly soon-to-be ex. Eyewitnesses claim the two appeared, locked in all night, whispering, laughing, and leaning close like they were in their own private bubble. It wasn't just friendly networking, it was giving PR stunt because they knew eyes were on them. As the night went on, things got even more suspicious. Around 1 a.m., Tamar and Mendeecees allegedly left the club together. Witnesses say this wasn't a casual exit. They walked out like a pair, with him following right behind her. That's when things took a turn. Tamar's close friend Funky Deneva reportedly stepped in to drive her home, but Mendeecees trailed them in his car the entire way. Once they arrived at Tamar's place, what started as an after-party with a few friends quickly turned into something much darker. Hours later, Tamar was discovered in a pool of her own blood, her face beaten, teeth missing, and her life hanging by a thread. She described it later as one of the scariest moments of her life, though she chalked it up to an accident. But when fans compared her official version with the events of that night, the internet wasn't buying it. The streets began whispering theories of revenge, jealousy, and betrayal, and all eyes turned to Yandy Smith. Yandy has stood by Mendeecees through every storm, *** prison time, infidelity rumors, shady DMs, ***, and endless online speculation. She's clapped back more than once when people claimed her marriage was falling apart. So when the gossip mill suggested that Tamar had been involved with her husband, many found it easy to believe that Yandy might have confronted her directly. Reports of police being called to Tamar's neighborhood only fueled the fire, though official details remained scarce, almost like someone's trying to keep things under wraps. Then came another twist. Tamar had just begun promoting her new music, but out of nowhere, a music video featuring Mendeecees surfaced online earlier than planned. Fans immediately pointed out that the early release felt like damage control, a way to distract the public before rumors exploded. One viral comment summed up the internet's reaction. So basically, Tamar was messing with Mendeecees, casted him in her video as a cover-up, and dropped it early because people already saw them together. What makes this entire situation even more intense is that, this time, real lives are on the line, not just reality TV drama. Tamar's injuries still sit in a murky, gray area. Some people insist it was nothing more than a tragic accident, while others believe it reeks of revenge and payback. And that's exactly where Yandy Smith steps into the picture. Yandy isn't new to fighting for her marriage in public. She's been holding down Mendeecees for years, through his time behind bars, infidelity whispers, and every messy headline that came their way. No matter how wild the accusations got, Yandy always portrayed herself as the ride-or-die wife, the one who wouldn't let anyone or anything tear her family apart. Her loyalty runs deep, maybe too deep. Fans still remember that unforgettable love and hip-hop moment when Yandy claimed she was the one sending DMs from Mendeecees' account, trying to cover up for him after suspicious messages leaked online. "Oh, I don't DM. *** was demanding her. "That was me," she said through tears, trying to shield her husband. Even her own castmates called her out on the spot, saying everyone knew it was really him. That scene cemented one thing. Yandy will go to extreme lengths to protect Mendeecees, no matter the cost. So when the rumors started flying that Tamar might have been getting too close to her man, it wasn't hard for people to believe that Yandy could have confronted her directly. And in the eyes of many, that's exactly what makes this scandal feel less like gossip and more like a dangerous collision of love, loyalty, and vengeance. Don't let the gray eyes and calm demeanor fool you. This moment showed everyone just how fiercely protective Yandy Smith is when it comes to her marriage. She's not just loyal, she's strategic, often willing to spin a story or take the blame if it means keeping her family's image intact. So when rumors began swirling that Tamar Braxton was seen getting cozy with Mendeecees, fans didn't need much convincing to believe Yandy might have pulled up on her. After all, Yandy's track record shows she doesn't just sit back and let disrespect slide. What made the timing even more explosive was how perfect everything had seemed just days earlier. Yandy and Mendeecees were publicly celebrating her birthday, showering each other with love on social media. His post wasn't just the usual happy birthday babe type, it was a full-blown love letter. Wow, 20 years of knowing you and 10 years of marriage, he wrote. We've built a beautiful life together while raising amazing children and facing every challenge side by side. You are my foundation, my best friend, my greatest achievement. I love you, Yandy. I can't imagine life without you. That heartfelt caption was followed by an emotional video from her private birthday dinner. In it, Mendeecees raised his glass, looked Yandy in the eyes, and praised her as not only his wife but an inspiration, a woman admired by other women for her strength and respected by men for her grace. He ended his toast by telling her, "I appreciate you. I love you," before leaning in for a kiss as the room cheered. The whole thing looked like a scene straight out of a romance movie, a public declaration that their bond was unbreakable. So imagine being in Yandy's shoes, fresh off that emotional, public love fest, only to wake up to whispers that your husband was seen hugged up with Tamar Braxton in a club, then following her home after. For someone as vocal as Yandy about protecting her marriage and her image, it's not hard to believe that she might have snapped. And if you know Atlanta, you know the city is small. Word travels fast. So the idea that Yandy heard what happened before Tamar even made it home doesn't sound far-fetched at all. That what made the timeline of Tamar's so-called accident hit differently. To fans, it didn't seem like bad luck. It felt personal. Tamar ended up hospitalized, badly beaten and bruised, while Mendeecees walked away untouched. The internet couldn't ignore how clean that looked. It didn't seem random, it seemed targeted. Some even said it felt like someone wanted Tamar to pay, not him. People also pointed out Tamar's long history of industry feuds, from public fallouts with Toni Braxton to Kandi Burruss, but those were always just verbal sparring matches, not violence. This time, though, the stakes were different. Tamar was being accused of stepping into another woman's marriage, and that woman just happened to be Yandy, a woman known for defending her household at all costs. Then came the final twist. Funky Dineva, Tamar's friend and well-known commentator, decided he wasn't staying silent anymore. He jumped online, clearly frustrated, and sided with Yandy, calling Tamar out for dragging him into the mess. "I got ate up alive over my birthday weekend," he ranted. There was nothing wrong with Tamar, and now she's dropped this tired-ass video for a raggedy EP nobody asked for. Because I'm in it, folks think I was part of the PR stunt. I was collateral damage in a two-bit scheme. Tamar, you're not even going to tell people I didn't do anything? I was accused of being a bad friend, when it was you who wasn't one to me. I didn't deserve any of this. He later went live on Instagram, firing back at bloggers and online detectives who claimed to know the full story. Funky said he was just chilling at home in Miami while everyone else turned his name into a circus. By that point, the situation had completely spun out of control. What started as whispers of a club sighting had turned into a web of betrayal, accusations, and damage control. And just like that, Tamar's near-death experience, Yandy's loyalty, and Mendeecees' silence became one of the most talked-about scandals Atlanta had seen in a long time. Funky Dineva later revealed that when he tried to reach out to Tamar Braxton directly about her injuries, she completely ghosted him. She would reply to random small talk but dodged every question about what really happened that night. According to Funky, she left him hanging. Asterisk, asterisk, paid in dust, asterisk, asterisk, as he put it, and that made him feel like nothing more than collateral damage in someone else's scandal. The way he aired out his frustration online made it clear that he didn't entirely believe Tamar's accident story. His tone wasn't one of concern, it was disappointment, the kind that comes from feeling misled and dragged into drama he had no part in. Of course, Tamar wasn't about to stay quiet and let that narrative take over. She hopped onto her Instagram story, tagging Funky and trying to set the record straight while still recovering from her traumatic ordeal. Tamar said she still had love for Funky, but wished she'd spoken up sooner about what happened at the hospital. In her eyes, her silence had been twisted into something it wasn't. All she wanted was peace, healing, and space to recover. Tamar continued posting, saying she wasn't going back to the old drama. Her focus was on getting better and moving forward. Then she addressed the biggest rumor of all, the PR stunt allegations. She flat out denied ever faking her accident or using it for clout. She even threw in a subtle nod toward Mendeecees, clarifying that her situation had nothing to do with anyone's husband. According to her, it was about her own heartbreak and survival, not some messy love triangle. Eventually, Funky didn't even reposted Tamar's message and seemed to ease off. He said that was all he wanted, to clear his name and move on. Calling it a matter of principle, he wished her a smooth recovery and success with her new project. But even with the two of them patching things up, the main fire wasn't out. The whispers about Yandy allegedly confronting Tamar still refused to die down. Despite Tamar's attempts to clarify, the timeline and the rumors continue to make it look like Yandy may have been involved in that confrontation and that the cops were possibly called to the scene. So while Tamar presents herself as calm and focused on healing, the heat from that night still lingers. Fans are still obsessed, dissecting every detail, trying to figure out what really went down between Yandy, Tamar, and Mendeecees. Now you've got Tamar sharing her truth, Yandy standing her ground, and Funky Deneva stirring the pot just enough to keep things boiling. With that much tension and emotion in play, it's no wonder this turned into one of the wildest and messiest sagas the internet has seen in a while. Everyone's still trying to piece it all together, but one thing's clear, this is way bigger than reality TV beef. At the end of the day, this story is a reminder that reality TV drama doesn't always stay on screen. From Love and Hip Hop to Real Housewives, we've seen over and over how rumors, jealousy, and bruised egos spill from the cameras into real life, breaking friendships, straining marriages, and damaging careers. And the Tamar, Yandy, Mendeecees saga is the latest example of how blurred that line has become. Because when the cameras stop rolling, the consequences don't.